Can you solve all these social movements questions? What was the first social movement?
Perfect. Protestant Reformation is the correct choice.
There are types of social movements. Well reasoned. 4 is the correct choice.
Movements focused on affecting individuals. Nice work. You chose individual-focused movements, and it is correct.
Which of the following is not a social movement?
You chose Flat Earth, and it is correct. Movements advocating changing some norms or laws. Right choice. Reform movement is the best answer. They are focused on local or regional objectives. Good thinking. Local movements is the right answer.
Social movements with global objectives and goals.
Bravo. Global movements is the answer. Women movements can be considered as social movements. Nice selection. True is the correct and valid answer. The Klan is suspicious of and hostile toward social change. Well done. Reactionary is the right choice. Life cycle of a social movement. Small group stirs up support. Strong choice. Agitation is the right answer. Movements that want to preserve existing norms, values, etc. On track. Conservative movement is the correct answer. Movements focused on affecting groups or society in general. You're right. Group-focused movements is the correct answer. Dash is alternation in various aspects of society over time. Excellent. Social change is a brilliant choice. The second stage in the life cycle of social movements is dash. Nicely done. Legitimation is a solid answer. Who is considered to be the mother of civil rights movements? Well picked. Rosa Parks is the correct answer. Civil rights movement has used legal channels for social change. Valid point. Revisionary is true.
Movements dedicated to change value systems in a fundamental way.
Correct. Radical movement is the right answer.
Identify the word in bold. Girls, right to education is a social movement.
Great job. Verb to be is the accurate answer.
Dash is a long-term conscious effort to promote or prevent social change.
Great thinking. Social movement is the right choice. Which of the following organizations is not an example of a social movement? Right again. National Football League is a valid answer.
Movements that want to introduce or change particular norms, values, among others.
Smart pick. Innovation movement is the correct choice. Tea Party seeks to protect prevailing social values from real or perceived threats. Smart move. Conservative is an accurate answer.
Life cycle of a social movement. The movement becomes an established part of society.
Sharp thinking. Institutionalization is the right choice. Dash, are purposeful, organized groups that strive to work toward a common social goal. Correct response. Social movements is the most accurate answer.
Life cycle of a social movement, organization, hierarchy, policies, and future strategies.
Clear logic. Your choice bureaucratization is sound.
An initial impression by someone elicits behavior in another that confirms the impression.
Solid response. Self-fulfilling prophecy is a valid choice.
Which type of social movement involves total and radical change of the existing social structure?
Exactly. Revolutionary makes sense.
Life cycle of a social movement. Movement gains respect, and often Gov begins to recognize the group.
Good job. Legitimation works well here.
Various movements which use non-violent means of protest as part of a campaign of non-violent resistance.
Excellent choice. Peaceful movements is the right answer.
Social movements often distance from individual political parties, and are more united under a dash cause.
You got it? Your choice single is right.
This series of social programs, created by President Johnson, look to extend and expand upon Father's New Deal.
Nice work. You chose the Great Society, and it is correct.
When sociologists think about technology as an agent of social change, which of the following is not an example?
Oh. Excellent. Population growth is a brilliant choice.
In addition to social movements, social change is also caused by technology, social institutions, population, and dash.
Bravo. The environment is the answer.
What is a collective movement that aims to change a particular part of society?
You chose reformative social movement.
And it is correct. What is a collective movement that aims overthrow or gain control of the government? Good thinking. Revolutionary social movement is the right answer.
What is a movement that focuses on individual change that impacts a small group of people?
Nicely done. Alternative social movement is a solid answer. What is a collective movement that aims to change the beliefs of individuals?
Strong choice. Redemptive social movement is the right answer.
How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format? Nice selection. Contact Narayan Chengda is the correct and valid answer.